This is Doctrine and Covenants, section 45. The promises shall be fulfilled. Now, Malachi is going to help me again with this part of the lesson. In section 45, we talk about what it means to be an advocate. An advocate with the Father is one of the many things that we call Jesus, our advocate with the Father. So, luckily, my Malachi is a very healthy baby boy. But let's imagine for a minute that he was very sick. And I knew exactly what was making him sick. And I knew that there was only one kind of medicine. Let's call it medicine ABC. And medicine ABC is the only thing that can make him better. The only thing in the world that can make him better. But I take him to a doctor and I say, I know that Malachi is sick with this and he needs medicine ABC. And the doctor says, no, he doesn't have that. And I have to go home and I don't have medicine ABC, which I know is the only thing that's going to make him better. So what am I going to do? Am I just going to give up? No, I'm going to advocate because Malachi can't ask for medicine ABC himself. He doesn't know what that is. He can't talk yet. He cannot advocate for himself. He can't stand up for himself and ask for what he needs. But I can. I know what needs to be done, and I know what he needs. And so I will do everything I can to get him what he needs. So what would I do? I would maybe call another doctor. Or another doctor, and then another doctor. I would call as many doctors as I needed to before I could get the medicine ABC that Malachi would need. That's what it means to advocate. Heavenly Father has Jesus Christ advocate for us. Jesus Christ knows us perfectly, exactly what we need. And he will be the one that goes to Heavenly Father and asks for it. Because we don't always know what we need ourselves. But Jesus Christ will always know us perfectly. Section 45 also talks about standing in holy places and be not moved. Now, if you have a really strong dad like we do in our family, you might challenge him to stand in one spot as all of you try to tackle him and knock him over. And if he's pretty strong, he probably will not be able to be moved. Now, if your dad has a back issue or would be hurt by that, we don't want to hurt anybody. You can each take turns in your family standing up on the coffee table or up on the couch, and everyone takes soft balls, or we like to use socks that have been rolled up, throwing them kind of like we do when we pretend that we are Samuel the Lamanite, and see if they can stand in their spot and be not moved, even with all of these things coming at them. You can also take that one step further and have them try it all by themselves and then try it with someone else next to them, maybe even holding hands together or linking arms. It's a lot easier to not be moved when somebody is up there with you. Just like we do as families, we stand in holy places in our homes together with our siblings and our parents, and we are not moved because of the covenants that we have made to our Heavenly Father. Section 45 talks about the second coming. Now, the second coming is so exciting. It is so exciting to hear about Jesus Christ coming back to the earth and all of the wonderful things that will happen once he does. But there's also some pretty scary things that the scriptures tell us will happen right before it. There will be fires and wars, and people will be confused, and that can feel kind of scary sometimes. That can feel scary to think about all those things. But sometimes when I'm watching a scary movie with my daughters and they feel a little bit scared, I remind them that the good guys win in the end. And sometimes I even tell them how the story ends, because it's not scary once you know that the bad guy's not going to win. Then you just get to watch the good guy figure it out. It's not scary unless you think that the bad guy might win. And guess what? We know the end of this story. We know what happens to Satan. The scriptures have told us every single thing that we need to be watching for, and they've told us who wins in the end. We know the end of the story, so we don't have to be scared. As we're talking about holy places, we of course talk about the temple. The temple is the place where God can be with us on earth. And in just my lifetime, there have been an incredible amount of temples built. But if you were watching General Conference just a couple of weeks ago, you know that President Nelson announced 20 new temples. That's never happened before. 20 is way more than they've ever announced in a single General Conference. So, one thing you can do is pull out a map of the world. You may want to look at the church website at where the temples are already, but you can also just pull out a map of the world or print one off the computer and work together to mark the places on the world map where new temples will be built in the coming years. I think you'll find that they are all over the world. They are all over the map because we are a church that's all over the world now.